Moving on, we have Anand Subramanian, who's called in from Chennai. Anand, how can we help you?
Thank you. My question is primarily relating to the TDS if you buy a property. Assuming the property that I'm buying costs 68 lakhs, which includes service tax and other things, but does not include registration fees. There is a 1% TDS that I have to deduct and remit to the central government.
Right.
On what is this 1% calculated?
On what is the 1% calculated? Does it include the registration costs, or is it just the 58 lakh rupees?
No, it does not include the registration cost. So registration cost can be excluded. Now perhaps your question is basically whether to include service tax on that or not. See, as far as the other provisions of TDS are concerned, the CBDT has issued a specific circular where they have said that this TDS is not to be deducted on the amount of service tax. Hopefully this should apply in this also. But they have specified the sections on which this does not apply. And I am afraid that this particular section under which you are supposed to deduct TDS for a property is not covered in that. So until and unless the CBDT clarifies, you will have to deduct TDS on the gross amount that you are paying to the builder.
The gross amount that you're paying to the builder, which includes the cost of the house plus the service tax. Does this also include the VAT that you are levying?
Yes, service tax, VAT, everything.
So service tax, VAT plus the amount that you're paying to the developer, which is your agreement value for the flat. All of that is calculated when, all of that is considered when you sit down to actually calculate the 1% TDS that you need to pay. Also, since we are on the topic, Pannkaj, if you could just quickly tell us, what is the time period within which this 1% TDS needs to be paid? Because
it has to be paid within the 7th day of the next following month. So if supposing whenever during the month, if you have made a payment, now this is October, say anytime you make the payment in October, the tax has to be remitted to the government before the 7th of November.
Okay, so that even if I say have bought the property on the 30th of October, I have to do this within the 7th of November.
Yes.
I don't get 1 month's time.
No.
So remember that the 7th of the next month is the deadline for paying the TDS. That is a month after which you have bought the property. Also, what happens if I don't pay the TDS? What is the penalty?
You have to pay interest from the date it is due for payment till the date you actually pay it.
Interest at what? At how much?
It is 18%.
Interest at 18%, which is why it's all the more important that you ensure that your TDS is paid in time. And also it's a very simple procedure. Now you have to pay it online. Yes. And it actually takes just about 15 to 20 minutes, Pannkaj?
Less than that, in fact.
Less than that.
And then there are no other forms required to be filed. Like you don't have to file a TDS return or anything. It's a form, challan cum return form. So which is very simple. And every installment that you pay, every installment you deduct 1%, deposit in before the 7th of next month, and you are done.
Right, that is very important. Now, if you are buying a flat on a construction linked plan, then do remember that for every installment that you're paying the developer, you also have to deduct 1% TDS at the time of paying that installment. So, in that case, Pannkaj, the 1% TDS is on what? On the installment, on the amount of installment that you're paying?
Whatever is your outgoing to the builder.
Okay, you need to pay 1% TDS, and like Pannkaj just pointed out, it has to be paid by the 7th of the next month. And also, in case you miss that deadline, you will have to pay 18% interest per month till the date you actually end up paying that TDS. So the best thing to do is pay the TDS and finish it off and not pay that humongous penalty.
Just to add one line, it is 18% not only per month, but for even one day, if it exceeds a month, then that 1 day is calculated as a full month.
Right.
So you have to be very careful about
it's a very punishing penalty that you will have to pay. So the best thing to do is pay the TDS as fast as possible.
You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at magicbricksnow. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.